Hello YouTube, I am David Boucher and welcome to day 10 of my 6-month life transformation chronicle. Thank you very much for joining me if you've been sticking through the videos from the beginning, and if you're new here then welcome, it's great to have you. Start off as usual by saying, how are your steps going towards your goal? I hope now you've picked up a lot of momentum. I talked about the 21-day rule to make something a habit, so we're pretty much halfway there. And hopefully feel like incorporating these steps into your life is becoming less and less hard, so keep at it. In terms of, I'll give you an update of what happened from that meeting yesterday. So I mentioned I had a big meeting. I did not make a sale, however it did go very well. So the meeting went overtime, which is, it's always a good sign when the client wants to go further. I did uncover some other issues that they could require assistance with. And they even, afterwards offered, we were talking sort of arrangements going forward, like I can't invest any more time because I made my investment. They said, yeah, I want to make sure you're well taken care of, and I will pay you for your presentation you just gave to me, and we'll see what happens going forward. And I said, no, it was very nice they offered payment, but that was my investment to them. So going back to what I've been saying about karma and getting what you give, I just couldn't in good conscience take money for it, given that I had already said this is an investment. So point is, I think the relations are still very good. Hopefully I'll schedule another call for later this week or next week, and we'll see what happens from there. So on that topic, I want to talk today about what I'm doing to keep mentally strong and keep momentum going forward, because if a lot of you are watching this, it's because you want to go down this path, and there are going to be dry spells, and I knew that. I knew that from working in consulting before, but I was insulated from it because the firm was still paying a salary. So I knew there were going to be dry spells periodically. I knew I'd probably start with one. And so now the key is, how do I keep momentum? And really, it really comes down to awareness and action, right? Because if you're not aware of something, you can't take action, and only actions are what betters your situation. So the awareness part is that, just as I keep saying, taking baby steps or just steps generally leads to bigger and bigger things, taking steps backwards tends to lead to worse things. So, in other words, if you're practicing guitar and you stop a day, maybe you stop another day and you pick it up again, but then you stop for 3 days a couple weeks later, and then before long you've stopped. And so my awareness is that I cannot let up on the gas pedal. I always have to be going forward in some form or fashion, because as long as I do something to go forward, that's better than doing nothing, and I can't backslide. So I read an article recently, and I think these pop up intentionally on my timeline or on my feeds. It was about, how do you keep your head up during a long job search? And the author said, sometimes you just want to skip the gym and eat a tub of ice cream on the couch and binge Netflix all day. And I'll be honest with you, that has never once crossed my mind, because once I do that, I've lost, and the dream is gone. It's very hard to come back from that. So far from letting myself go, I work out harder than I've done ever, really. I'm trying to get myself in better shape than when I started. I eat better than I've ever eaten before. I'm learning more than I ever have. So I just started another Udemy course on machine learning. So the idea is that I know that these opportunities, I've got a couple of them coming up to speak with business owners and CEOs, but I haven't sold anything, and even those opportunities, once they're dry, I need to refill my pipeline. And so to the extent that that is hard to do, I need to make sure that every day I'm doing something, so that when that next opportunity does come along, I'm ready for it, because I've learned the right concept, or I've added something to my portfolio in my spare time. I have to keep going forward, and as long as I keep going forward, then things, I have to assume, will work out for me down the line. Just to give you a very tangible example of that thinking, so there was a meetup today with a group of creative freelancers. I went to one already, and the invitation for another one went out for today. So basically, it was supposed to be I'm going to open the door for my friend here. It was supposed to be for an evening meetup, or so I thought, but it's basically a co-working space, and so it's a co-working time slot. And so I've told you this before, I have no car, and so it was going to be a little tough logistically getting the car for my wife and going there, and how much time would I actually get to spend. And in the end I said, you know what, I have to go. If I don't go, that's the start of backsliding. I can't say that I've done everything I can to make this work, and so I'm going to go, and who knows, maybe I'll get my next lead from that. So the point is that if you're thinking of doing this, you have to be, even before you start, mentally strong, and tell yourself that no matter how few opportunities you're getting, you will be doing something to push forward, and that as long as you keep doing that, something good will come of it. And that's the mindset I am now. I've got some opportunities. Hopefully those work out in the next week or so. But if they don't, I'll be ready. I'll keep learning, and I'll go out and find the next one. So with that, I will close the video for today. I want to remind you, keep doing your steps, keep moving forward. Don't let yourself slide back, and I will catch you on day 11 tomorrow. Thank you so much.